Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Disney Villainous playthrough, only on Tabletop Simulator. Today's video, I'm going to be playing as Scar from The Lion King, and for what I discovered, he is probably one of the most hardest villains to play, besides Ursula, in my opinion. And the reason why is because, first of all, this is my first time playing as Scar, and you have to start your turn with at least 15 strength in the succession pile, which means that you have to place every hero that you defeat in your fate deck and put it into a separate pile, which is the succession pile. But in order to do that, you have to defeat Mufasa first. Because if you read the instructions carefully, you may defeat other heroes before defeating Mufasa. However, they are discarded to your fate discard pile instead of being put into the succession pile. So if you pay close attention to the instructions, you cannot put heroes in the succession pile until you defeat Mufasa. So with that being said, this is going to be a little bit challenging. But what's also challenging is that there are other fake cards that could prevent this from happening, which I assume that could be the case. So as of right now, this is my first time playing as Scar, so this is going to be a little bit challenging than I expected. So I need to draw 4 cards so that I could go ahead and start the game and stuff. I only have 20 rounds to complete Scar's objective, which is going to be as difficult as Ursula. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started by revealing what cards do I have in my hand. And I would like to apologize. It's been a while since I played this game, but you know, we have 2 condition cards. First, we have Injustice. During their turn, if another player targets you with a fate action, you may play Injustice before they reveal cards. Look at the top 2 cards of your fate deck. Either discard them or return each to the top of the deck. Next, we have Pride. During their turn, if another player discards 2 cards or more, discards 2 or more cards, my apologies, you may play Pride, gain 3 power. I probably will keep these 2. We'll see. Next, we have Stick With Me. Choose a hyena who is not at Scar's location. You may perform 1 available action at the hyena's location. You cannot use Stick With Me to perform fate actions. Okay? And then, just a reminder, this is an effect card. And last but not least, we have Shinzi, the hyena. And it's an ally card. When Shinzi is played, you may play a hyena from your hand for free, which is kind of awesome. But first thing that we need to do first is that we need to get started by choosing the locations. We have Pride Rock, we have the Savannah, Elephant Graveyard, and of course the Gorge. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I don't know. I'm going to start with the Elephant My play piece is falling off. I'm going to start with the Elephant Graveyard because it has the most power, which is 3. Next thing, I wanted to play a free card. And even though I consider condition cards as free cards, that doesn't require an action, but maybe it does. So, let's see. I really wanted to play this card, but I am definitely going to discard this. going to discard this just because I don't need it. Even though I wanted to, I just didn't know how when I'm playing this in solo mode. Which, by the way, I'm playing this on solo because, well, you know. But regardless of that, this is actually a test and a challenge for me. So I'm not too upset. Because I like to play solo mode when it comes to a bit of challenge on board games or even video games in general. So let me see. I need to play a card. I think I'm going to play an ally card. And I'm going to place Shinzi into the graveyard. When it says play a hyena, it doesn't say get it out of the deck or something. So I just have to play it without using, without using the action. Okay, in every solo playthrough of this game, I have to roll the fate dice to determine my fate. If I roll a 1 or a 4, that means I get fated. If not, then I'm clear. And I roll an 8. I'm trying to roll it like an actual roll, but I will take an 8. So I don't get fated. And I have to draw 2 cards, which I reveal another hyena. And of course, Be Prepared, which is the name of the expansion. So I'm down to 19 rounds. Let's check this out. So what we have is Benzai, the hyena. Gain 1 power for each other hyena discarded from Benzai's location. Which, of course, there's none, because I only have 1 in this location right now. Then we have Be Prepared. It says, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. You may choose 1 effect or up to 2 allies from your discard pile and put them into your hand. Which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alrighty, so next up I am going to go ahead. I am going to go to the savannah. I keep dropping stuff. I am going to the savannah and gain only 1 power. Then I have to decide whether if I should discard anything. Let's see. Be Prepared would be nice, but I do not need it at this time. I keep messing up with the discard pile of the villain deck. But I definitely need to play a card. I'm going to play the condition card, even though it doesn't require any power, and it doesn't require to use an action, but I'm going to play this anyways as my action of playing the card. Because I end up discarding 2 cards. Well, actually, no. I have to discard exactly 2 cards. So, right now, I'm totally lost at this point, once again. But I think that is it, and now I gotta automatically fate myself. Ooh! This is exactly what I need. Right out the bat, we have Mufasa. And I need Mufasa in this one, so this goes to the discard pile. And Mufasa has a strength of 6. So when Mufasa is defeated, put him into the succession pile. If Mufasa is in the succession pile, all heroes you defeat are put into the succession pile. So this is exactly what I need. And I am going to put him into Pride Rock. Yeah, I'm going to put him into Pride Rock just because. And we also have Prophecy. When Prophecy is played, attach it to a hero with no other attached items. That hero gets 3 plus 3 strength. So, right out the bat, I definitely need a Mufasa. I draw 1 card on the villain deck, and we got Stampede. So, we're down to 18 turns. Or should I say 18 rounds. So let's check out what Stampede does. If Stampede is played to a location that has a hero, move one hero at that location to any adjacent location, then you may perform a vanquish action at the hero's new location. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and move this play piece into prime rocks so I can move my hyena where Scar is at. And right now, Shinzi has only 2 strength, and he's only have 6. It may be a he or a she, but I can't tell the difference when it comes to the voices and all. But what I am going to do, I am going to spend all of my power just to place Benzai right into Pride Rocks. That makes it a total of 4. And that's technically it. So let's go ahead and roll the fate dice. And, ooh, a 6. I don't get fated. I do not get fated. Alright. So we're down to 7 rounds. No, not 7 rounds. 17 rounds. My apologies. I'm getting all mixed up here. But I am going to go to the Elephant Graveyard to gain back 3 power. And then I have to make a decision to play 2 cards. I wanted to play this effect card, but I am going to go ahead and discard 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards because I land on a location that has the discard action symbol. I'm going to discard 2 cards. Then I'm actually going to play this card so I can gain 3 power. Okay, there we go. And that will be it. As far as I know, let's roll the dice. I end up rolling an 8. Very terribly. But I don't get fated. So what we have another Be Prepared. We have Hungry Hyenas, which is another ally. Very nice. And then we have Whisper. And now we're down to 16 rounds, or turns, whatever you prefer. So Hungry Hyenas. This is an ally card. Hungry Hyena gets +1 strength for each other hyena at her location. That's probably good. Then we have Whisper. Choose a card from your Fate discard pile and play it. I'm definitely going to keep that one just in case if I encounter like some sort of ally or something along these lines. But I probably will not need it. We'll just have to wait and see. Next thing, I am going to go to... I am going to go to... You know what? I'm going to go over here, and I'm not going to move my allies, but I am going to spend 2 power. I'm going to spend 2 power to bring these Hungry Hyenas. And the Hungry Hyena gets +1 strength for each hyena, each other hyena at her location. So we got 1 and 2 right here, which leads to a total of, which leads to give these Hungry Hyena 2 strength. Hopefully this is accurate. And that leads them to a total of 3. Now, if I would have moved them over there, they're down to like 1. Just because the other hyenas are not at this location. of where the hungry hyenas is at. So I'm going to do that. And I think I need one more hyena. As much as I really wanted to take the chance, but I'm not going to just yet. So that is it. Let's roll the fate dice to determine our fate. And it's a 9, which means I don't get fated. And we got another hungry hyena. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. So next up, I'm going to go to the elephant graveyard to gain 1, 2, 3 power. But I am going to spend 2 again to bring these hungry hyenas again. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. So that's a total of 3, which means it makes it 4. And I wonder if this adds up to anything. I have no clue whatsoever. I have no clue whatsoever. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and discard this card, and that will be it. So let's roll the fate dice, and let's see. Ooh, a 4, which means I get fated. So, I'm going to go ahead and draw and see what I get. Uh-oh. We have Hakuna Matata, which, according to what I heard, it's a very bad card. So, let me read what it says. Either choose a hero with a strength of 3 or less from the succession pile and play that hero, or move a hero to any location. Or I could choose Zazu. All other heroes at Zazu's location gets -2 strength. All heroes of other locations gets +1 strength. And even though I would play this just to show you how bad it is, but I'm definitely discarding that and have Zazu to be at the savannah. It's going to be at the savannah for many reasons. So that means Mufasa gets another +1 strength, and that leaves him with a total of 7. Alright, so let's pay close attention to the hyenas first. So we got 2 strength for Shinzi, 2 strength for Bonzi. And we also have 1 strength for the hungry hyena, but because they're at the location where the other hyenas is at, that leads them previously to a total of like 3. But then we have another hungry hyena, and they end up getting 3 strength, which leads them to a total of 4. And then, let's see. And then what we have here, I believe they also get another additional strength because the hungry hyena, another hungry hyena. I can't even talk trying to say hungry hyenas. Because another hungry hyena has appeared. So that leaves a total of 4. So, 4, 4, 8, 10, 12. That leaves them a total of 12 strength, even though the hungry hyena has weaker strength previously, but this may come in handy. So now I gotta draw 2 cards to reveal another hyena. Yay! And then we have Injustice again. So we're down to 14 turns, or rounds. And we need to do this quickly. So, I am going to go over here. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to, since the hungry hyena ends up getting a little bit stronger along with the other hyenas. They have 12 strength because of their abilities and all that stuff. And Mufasa has 7, so he is now outnumbered by the hyenas. And we're going to put him in the succession pile, which is right over here. So now all is left to do is to defeat the other heroes. That's exactly what we need to do. So first off, I'm going to spend 2 power. I'm going to spend 2 power just to bring Ed, which is another hyena. Then the cost to play hyenas at Ed's location is reduced by 1 power, which means less. So that's pretty good. And I think I'm going to go ahead and move, like, I think I'm going to move NC right here. While the rest of the hyenas, including Shinzi, are still at Pride Rock. This is where it gets a little bit intense, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so let's see. So right now I have to automatically fate myself because I landed on a location that has a fate action symbol. So let's see what we get. We have Rafiki, which is another hero, and of course we have Prophecy. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Rafiki. Scar must defeat Rafiki before defeating other heroes, which is a pretty bad thing, but at the same time, it's not. So he has 3 strength, which means I have to go after him first. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so I draw 1 card and end up getting Feeding Frenzy. Excellent. So we're down to 13 turns, and we need to get 15 successions. Well, actually 15 strength in the succession pile. Which means we can count only on the strength of heroes. So Mufasa is down, he has 6. And if I defeat Rafiki, that makes it a total of 9. Which means it's almost closer to 15, but not quite. Unless something will put us in deep situations, or in deep depth. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out Feeding Frenzy. So, choose a location and move any number of hyenas in your realm to that location. Yes, that's going to be pretty quite handy, should I say. Pretty quite handy indeed. So, I'm going to go ahead to gain some 3 power. And then I am going to discard only 1 card. And then, let's see. And I think that's it. I don't have anything else. I wanted to play a card, but I'm not ready just yet. So roll the dice, and we get a 3, which means I get faded. I would say this is not good, but who knows. Let's see what we get. We have the Prophecy, and we have Rafiki Stick, which I'm assuming this is a bad thing. When Rafiki Stick is played, attach it to a hero. When that hero would be defeated, discard this item card. I think this would be fitting on Rafiki because he's the one that's holding the stick and stuff. So I'm going to attach it to him, to that hero. When that hero is defeated, discard this item card. I would go with Prophecy, but you know, it's way too obvious. Be prepared again. And let's go ahead, and we're down to 12 rounds. So I need to make this quick. Alright, so I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. Then, let's see. Alright, so the Hungry Hyenas only has another Hungry Hyena and the Shinzi. So, that's 1, 2. They end up getting 3 strength and 3 strength with this one. So that means that leaves a total of 6, 7, 8 strength. So right now I'm going to go ahead and vanquish Rafiki along with his stick. So that will be discarded. And boom. There we go. We're down to 9 strength on the succession pile. Hopefully I got this right, because if not, then I am totally screwed at this point. So let's see here. I need to play a card, but which card should I choose? Let's see. Choose a hyena who is not at Scar's location. You may perform one available action. One available action at that hyena's location. This is kind of tricky. This is kind of tricky, should I say. I think I should move a hyena. That's something that I need to do. Because I don't think I ever move a hyena. Well, actually I have, but I'm talking about in this game. It's quite complicated. So, do you think it's right to move a hyena after vanquishing a hero? I'm not sure. But you know what? I'm going to wait. I am definitely going to wait. I don't want to play any cards because... Well, actually, here's the thing. I'm going to move the hungry hyenas right over there. And I'm not going to play any cards. I'm not going to play any cards because I'm going to wait and I'm going to automatically fate myself. If I can be able to draw cards, that's one thing. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, we got No, not Nala. It almost looks like her, but it's Sarabi. When Sarabi is played, you may discard a hyena from her location. Pumbaa gets +2 strength if Timon is in Scar's realm. Which one is actually the worst? Well, actually, Sarabi could be the worst because she could actually, So let's just say have her go here, and this is going to be discarded, unfortunately. But I think, let me see. Okay, but I have been prepared, so I'm definitely going to have to keep this if I end up getting other villains on the villain deck, or other allies on the villain deck. We'll just have to wait and see. So Sarabi could be the worst of all. So now, I don't draw anything, and I'm down to 11 rounds, or 11 turns. And so, right now, this is crunch time. I am going to... Let's see, choose a location and move any number of hyenas in your location, in your realm location or something. I'm going to go ahead and head to, oh my goodness, I'm going to go ahead and head to Pride Rock just to gain 2 power, and also move my allies. I think I'm going to move Shinzi right over here. And this doesn't count of the hero's action, because if I played Sarabi in this location, like if I actually play her automatically, then the hyena would be discarded. But since this hyena just came here, and Sarabi is still there, so I guess, that doesn't count as like when you played Sarabi and stuff like that. It's kind of confusing. But let's see. I move a hero. I gain 2 power. Not move a hero, move an ally, excuse me. Then I have to decide if I want to play a card. Okay, it says choose any hyena who is not at Scar's location. So I am going to play this card, stick with me, and I'm going to choose Shinzi. I am going to choose Shinzi. I don't know if this is how this works. I'm going to choose her, or him, whatever, because she's at a location of an action that I need. And I may perform one available action at the hyena's location. So I don't know if this counts, but I am going to try it. I am going to use the vanquish action, and I am going to have Banzi and Ed to vanquish Zazu. And oh yeah, Sarabi gets +1 strength on Zazu's location. That makes it 4, but he is now defeated. So that means that, let's see, we got 9 in a succession pile. So that leads to the total of 11. We're definitely getting close. If I would defeat Sarabi, if I could, that leads us to a total of about 14. But I need about 15. Or it could be more than that. We'll just have to wait and see. But I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and roll the fate dice to determine our fates. Ugh, it's a 1, which means I get fated. This is nerve-wracking. We got Hakuna Matata, and we got Timon. Which I prefer to play Timon than Hakuna Matata, because this is a bad card. Even though I wanted to make this a bit challenging, but I'm not trying to have myself a headache. So, Timon it is. This one, Timon gets +2 strength if Pumbaa is in Scar's realm. But I think I have a card just to change that, you know. So I'm going to put Timon right in the savannah. And that will be it. Next thing is to draw 1 card to reveal. Stick with me again. And we're down to 10 rounds. So, alright. Now things are about to get really interesting. So, I am going to go to the elephant, graveyard to gain 1, 2, 3 power. But I'm going to spend only 1 just for this effect card. I am going to choose a card from the discard pile to play it. And I'm going to play Pumbaa just because. And I'm going to place him at Pride Rock. I'm going to place him in Pride Rock. Okay, so that card is gone. Let's see, +2 strength. Alright, +2 strength, that equals 4. And he gets 5, which is Pumbaa, of course. So now, I gotta have a choice there. I am going to play Stick With Me again. And I'm choosing Shinzi again, because what I need is the vanquish action. And I'm going to have Ed and Banzi to defeat Timon. And there you go. Timon is gone, but so does the hyenas because of the strength. They have 4, and he has 2, but because Pumbaa is there, he gets 4, so yeah. So now let's count how many successions. Mufasa 6, Rafiki 3, which is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So all we need to do is to defeat Pumbaa or Sarabi. Unless something is preventing us from winning. So this is going to be really tricky. So let's go ahead and roll the fate dice and pray. Ooh, yes, a 9, which means I don't get faded. So, I got Feeding Frenzy again, and I also got Stampede. So now I'm down to 9 rounds. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it looks like I have another choice to spare. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over here because I am planning to move Shinzi, and then I'm going to spend 1 power to play Be Prepared. Discard 3 cards from your deck. Okay, so let's see here. We have Whispered, another Whisper, and Hungry Hyena. Alright, so let me see here. Next thing that we need to do is to choose one effect card or up to 2 allies from the discard pile and put it into your hand. I am definitely going to choose the Hyena Trio, the remaining Hyena Trio. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard Whisper, I'm going to discard the Hungry Hyenas, another Whisper, and then this that I just played. Alright, so my strategy is working just a little bit. So, 1, 2, 3, that gives them a total of 4. So that makes it 4, 6, 8, 10 strength. And right now, what we need to do is to roll the fate dice to determine our fate. And also keep praying. Oh, it's a 3. That means I get faded. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Oh, we have Nala, and we also have Simba. So, for Simba, hyenas cannot have a strength of more than 2. That's kind of bad. When Nala is played, you may move a hero. You may move a hero to any location. I'm gonna go with Nala. I'm gonna go with Nala right over here. And I'm gonna move Sarabi where Nala's at. Okay, I'm going to draw 1 card to end up getting Hungry Hyenas. And we're down to 8 rounds. So this is the moment of truth. I cannot mess this up. I am going to go over here. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to have... I am going to have all of my hyenas vanquish Pumbaa to gain 3 strength. So, let's see what the total is. So we have 6 for Mufasa, Rafiki 3, which makes it 9, 10, 11, we got Sazu, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got more strength of in the succession pile, even though it's not a lot of cards and stuff. Now, I'm going to move Bunzi here. And let's see, should I play a card? Let's go ahead and play these Hungry Hyenas right in this location. And all I have to do is automatically fate myself and hope that I don't get anything that bad. So 1 and 2. Let's see what we get. I could have caught Prophecy and a Hakuna Matata. So for Hakuna Matata, you either choose a hero with a strength of 3 or less, the succession pile, and play that hero, or move a hero to any location. And as for the effect card, you just attach it. So I'm definitely going to play Hakuna Matata, but instead of me taking Pumbaa out of the succession pile, even though that will be the obvious way to do this because it's a challenge, but instead I'm going to I have the choice to move Sarabi to any location which is in Pride Rock. And of course I draw one card, and I end up getting Long Live the King. Long Live the King. Reveal the top 4 cards of your Fate deck. You may play one hero, discard the rest. Alright, so there we go. And that is the end of Scar's playthrough. Now, I would have made things challenging if I would have decided to like, let's say for example, if I choose to get Pumbaa out of the succession pile once again, and just put him in any location, and that puts me at a risk of failing the playthrough. But regardless of the situation, ladies and gentlemen, overall, it's still hard depending on whether or not if Mufasa is going to be the first card you draw in your Fate deck, or if he's going to be all the way to the bottom. It's still a bit of a challenge with if you play a Scar at the least. So it relies on pure luck, but either way, this playthrough is a little bit decent. It takes a lot of thinking and strategy. And even though you may not want to choose it, I bet the other players who decides your fate will choose it for you. That is total guaranteed. But regardless of that, that is it for today's playthrough video. I know it's been a long time, but the next Disney Villainous video is coming pretty soon. And the first one has something to do with the most wickedest villain of it all. And I'll give you a hint. She is very fashionable. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the Sensational Gaming channel and turn on these post notifications so you won't miss a single upload. Until then, thanks for watching.